Well, as you also heard, the mayor took this opportunity to take a few shots at his opponent in the primary, his primary opponent, India Walton, saying that she is a radical socialist and that the people of the city of Buffalo should not have an unqualified, inexperienced person learning on the job. Well, we have that woman, that candidate here to answer some of those allegations.
And she is joining our Michael Wooten right now just outside our studios. Good evening, Michael.
Good evening, Scott, Mary Alice. It's worth noting that Mayor Byron Brown did not take any questions there. We are now able to question the woman who won the Democratic primary just last week, India Walton, joining us exclusively now. We heard from the mayor for about 12 minutes there, using some language that we haven't heard him use. He certainly didn't use it during the primary campaign. First, just your reaction to what he said.
I'm not surprised. This is the moment that we've been preparing for. I didn't take any days off after the primary. Our campaign team continued to work, and we are ready to mobilize not only our base, but spread our broader message of caring for working people, which the majority of us in Buffalo are, and bringing home the win again in November.
Mayor Brown's team certainly pitched the primary election as the final election, that the winner there would essentially take over at City Hall. Your reaction to what many would consider to be a flip-flop of that?
That also is not very surprising. I think what we are seeing now is a clamor to maintain power and enclose power and wealth. And hearing someone say that I want to draw down power and resources into the hands of the people is very scary to people who are afraid that we are going to impact their bottom line.
You joined us live on our Town Hall 530 newscast the day after the election. One of the questions that we asked you was your message to some of the big developers in the city and some others who worry about your brand of progressive politics. And you said you hope that they don't worry and they aren't fearful of that. The mayor used that language just now, saying that he heard from people who are fearful of you, and he called you a radical socialist. Are you a radical socialist, and should voters be worried about what you would do to the city?
I am a Democratic socialist. The first word in that is Democrat. I am also the Democratic nominee for the office of Mayor of Buffalo. My policies are socialist policies. Many things that we enjoyed during the pandemic, like our economic stimulus, like SNAP benefits for families with children, like free health care, that is what I want to bring into governance in Buffalo, and most importantly, co-governance, right? And a level of transparency and accountability where I'm not speaking for 12 straight minutes and not taking any questions from press or from community.
After your win on the primary night, I imagine your focus was turning toward governing, right? Now you'll have to get back into campaign mode, at least to an extent. How are you going to balance those two things? You mentioned to me before that you were going to be working on transition teams and coming up with policies and hiring. How much now will you have to focus on the mayor's write-in campaign to try to win back?
I'm going to continue what we've always done. We set out from the beginning to make this a campaign focused on organizing. I'm looking forward to listening tours and talkbacks, and also doing some political education to really relax some of the fears when we use the dog whistle term socialist. And I believe that we can do both. We are assembling a very strong team. We're bringing people from all over the country and resources in to run a competitive race. So to that I say, game on.
Two final things. It seems people connected to the mayor, if not the mayor's campaign, are coming out with some issues in your past. We don't know if they're true or false, but you said on election night you thank the mayor for running a clean campaign. Do you anticipate this being a clean campaign moving forward, and how prepared are you for what may come out?
I am who I am. I'm very prepared for what may come out. I have faced a lot of challenges that everyday people, especially Black women, face in our community. So I'm willing to own that and just tell the truth about it. And frankly, the attacks have already come. And people like Carl Palladino, who have been longtime supporters of the mayor, we know are behind this. And I just hope that my supporters and my community will really rally around me and stick to the issues and allow me to focus on running a grassroots, community-based campaign, and also be able to pivot toward governance so that we can hit the ground running day one and make sure that we're doing what's best for Buffalo.
the mayor gave his website and a phone number for people to donate. It's only fair that we allow you to do the same here on our air. So I'll ask you to do that. And also, in terms of money, the mayor is going to be able to raise a lot of it. Have you been able to raise money since the primary, and do you worry about having the resources to fight this campaign?
We have been able to raise some funds since the primary. We don't take money from large developers or large corporations because I want to be beholden to the people. But we have seen an outpouring of support. All over the east side, people are blowing horns and saying congratulations and thanking me for running. I think that this campaign is very exciting for average people who don't have much to lose because they've not gained much over the last 16 years. So I'm excited to keep running. If folks want to get involved, we still need volunteers. They can go to our website at www.indiawalton.com.
And that's the place to donate as well?
That's the place to donate as well.
Okay, just making sure we're fair to both sides here, because the mayor did say that. India Walton, who won the Democratic primary, thank you for joining us live exclusively here to react to this news.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.